What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of this Pentagon challenge. Last time you were with me, things were left in the balance. Did we or did we not qualify for the AFC Champions League? Well, spoilers inbound, we did. Not through our own fault. We qualified thanks to the other team in Shanghai actually getting the job done in the Chinese Cup. However, that does mean we have a qualification route into the Champions League, and that is what we are back for today. It is our first qualification game for the AFC Champions League. Let's get into it. So then, guys, we're going to start off talking about what happened in the Chinese Cup last year. As you can see, a Shanghai SIPG kind of cakewalked it, really, beating DL Pro 6-1 on aggregate in the end. Shanghai, by winning that, meant that they took the spot for the Champions League, which meant that it fell to the league rather than the FA Cup winners, which, because we came fourth, we now qualify for the AFC Champions League. And as you can see today, we take on Adelaide United of Australia. It's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we've made some changes. So first and foremost, let me talk to you about our transfers. Because as you can see, guys, we've actually sold a lot of players. Jin Cheng, we're not really going to talk about. Youngster just left to go to CD Better City. Fair play to him. He's not going to get any game time here. Diogo Liete, he was one of the old players that we had in the squad who previously, until I got here, was unregistered, which meant he couldn't play in the league. He couldn't play in any cups. So we just let him go. Diogo Liete, as I said, let him go over to Nims for 1.9 million. Then the big hitter, Romulo, the centre-back that we had, he was a good centre-back, actually, I will be completely honest. Good in big games as well. Really nice mentally, really nice physically, but 21 million from Tida, Tenjan Tida. They offered 21.5 million, so I let him go. But we have slowly started to rebuild our team. Annoyingly, this period of time comes during our pre-season, so I've not fully finished my work yet. So obviously we brought in Lorenzo Basoli. We paid £3 million for him. He was fantastic for us last season. As you saw, he is back, and he's our player now, which is fantastic. Great to welcome him. We replaced the defender with Joseph Banda. I thought he was very, very similar. I'm going to use him as a centre-back. I think he looks pretty solid. There were better options out there, but we paid just a snip to get this guy from Hibernian, 725k. So he comes in to fill up that spot that the other defender left. And then we also signed Shen Ji from Shandong. Pretty solid central midfielder, deep line playmaker, good on the ball, really nice mentals as well where it matters. Solid enough physicals. He's never going to win the ball in the air. He's 5'7" with 5 jumping reach, but that does not matter. I just need him to recycle the ball and move it along. In terms of our finances, guys, because of the work we've been doing and trying to get all the players, Jonathan Tarr's retired as well, trying to get all the players off of our books who either weren't playing or were on massive, massive money was my main goal this season and this off season. And by doing that, as you can see, we've still got a transfer budget of 53 million, which is fantastic. And we've also got a wage budget of 1.1 million, and we're currently spending 550k. So we can really, really invest in this squad. But we need to be careful how we're going to go about doing it. I need to bring in another Chinese player to sort of help the rotation. But as things stand, we have our 4 international players as Basoli, Vinagre, and Joseph Banda, who's unregistered for this competition because he joined after we'd registered the squad, which was super irritating. Staminec is injured, and Varhol is unregistered again for this competition because you can only have 3 international players, which is ridiculous. And obviously, I registered Staminec, and now he's what's he done? Damaged Achilles tendon, which is great in a preseason game. One of my best creative players, and Chen Yi again not registered because of when the registration was done for this. We signed players after it. We're going to go into it. This is the team, not really changed too much since you were last here. kind of just hoping Basoli can kind of drag us through. I believe... Oh, we need to give him a number. You are number 9. Enjoy, Basoli. You are our number 9 moving forward. Obviously, we are trying to still improve. As I said, we do need to play or buy another Chinese player. So we will attempt to do that. Adelaide United, I'm not really familiar with any of these players. I think it's just a one-shot. We are the favourites. We are at home. So let's see how football in Australia runs, shall we? I mean, let's get into the game. And I have no idea, to be honest. Literally no idea what's going to happen. They're playing a 4-4-2. You probably can't see it ideally because it's behind my head. But they are playing a 4-4-2. Nothing going thus far. Interesting. I believe the teams from Saudi, Qatar are the big threats in this. I assume they've still got the same restrictions on it as we do, in terms of the fact that they can only have 3 international players that are registered. There's Basoli. Come on, Lorenzo. Right, this is why we paid the money. Lorenzo Basoli, fantastic player, great player. Hopefully could be sending us through in this AFC Champions League. This would be the 4th one if we were able to capture it. But as I said, the strengthening is going fantastically well. I'm enjoying it. We've really managed to tighten our wage budget, which is fantastic. Tighten the wage budget, offload all the players that were unhappy / not playing / not registered for the most part. So now, I think we're actually in a good spot to build. We're going to use some of that money, as I said, to go out and buy another big hitting Chinese player. I did have my eye on a Chinese goalkeeper. He, unfortunately, wants no part of coming here. And it's also very difficult to sign players from the other Shanghai team as well, I've noticed. We've tried that a couple times. It's not really worked out, unfortunately, for us. Lubin gets that header clear. Bisoli's going to pick this one up on your own, young Italian. Go do your thing. And he gets tackled. But yeah, so that's the plan. Sign another Chinese player, ideally a Chinese international, and then we'll see what happens. See what happens with the other international players. As things stand, I'm actually okay with my squad. Ideally, I would sell Vinagre, but he's quite old and a senior member of this team, so I don't really want to rock the boat. Sometimes you may have to, but in this instance, we're not going to. We are going to say we are happy with the performance so far. Lorenzo Basoli's goal in that first half, firing us into a good spot. Obviously, we are at home. As you've seen towards the end of last season, Basoli, as you saw towards the end of last season, we were actually pretty good in the Chinese Super League. Not really conceding a great deal of goals, but also being pretty clinical at the other end of the field. Lubin is going to get this one. Central defender who we signed last season. He is now part of the China setup, which is fantastic to see. Vinagre. Into Pu. Zhang. We're moving the ball quite nicely, to be fair. But let's fingers crossed we just don't get countered now. They hit that ball very long. And the goalkeeper, for some reason, takes it, goes down to his knees, just to be sure that he's got the ball under control. Nice little flick there. He's got Basoli ahead of him. Doesn't go to him, goes out to the right back. We're playing some lovely stuff. Basoli, can he create something for himself? No. Opts for the pass this time. Overlap on the left. Goes for it. That's the guy with 3 finishing. Goes for the long range effort. Doesn't go in. Doesn't hit the target. Looks quite nice though, doesn't it? So Vinagre not having a good game. So maybe we look at taking him off. Let's move Zhao over and bring on Fu. That gives us a nice little bit of balance there behind Basoli. Obviously, they are still in their 4-4-2. I'm actually finding it relatively difficult to break down. We've had 16 shots, 7 on target, but it's still really difficult to break this team down. 15 minutes to go. I assume they're going to have to start going for it now. Lubin, we're not going to take off with 10 minutes to go. We can kind of rest him. As I said, this is a really frustrating area in pre-season. So actually having to play a full competitive game is sub-ideal. Basoli with the free kick. Forces the save. Goes behind for a corner. 5 minutes of this one to go. Looking like we've booked our place in the next round, barring any obscurities that could arise. That one hits the crossbar and annoyingly goes behind for a Adelaide goal kick. Here we go then, final few minutes. We'll make that change on the left midfield. Bakayoko, all into our penalty area. They've gone for the cross. Oh no. Nick Day has levelled. And that is not good. That ball over the top. No one's really paying attention to it. Hartnell goes for the cross. Day wins that header. That pulls Adelaide back on level terms. We go into the dressing room. We're going to have to start extra time. I'm going to say I'm not happy. Basoli seems motivated, but nobody else does. As I said, if we get through, maybe with the minutes will help us, I guess, in the longer run. Cross comes over. Basoli's not going to win that in the air. He's not built for winning the ball in the air. He is built for speed. He is built for putting the ball past the goalkeeper, but not in the air. Shenlong into Fu. Come on, at the near post. Youngster Fu. Obviously, he got really upset with me not too long ago because he wants to go out on loan, but we don't want to let him go out on loan. So he was a little bit upset, and I said that he was basically playing at a higher level than the team who wanted him. And luckily, he's rewarded me well there with a very nice near post finish, beating the Adelaide goalkeeper. Obviously, we've still got plenty more time to go. Interesting set piece routine there from Adelaide. We get that initial danger clear. Webb puts the ball back in. Lubin intercepts. Ball over the top. Here comes Basoli then. Big chance for us. And the young Italian does not mess about. Lorenzo Basoli, second goal of the game for him, giving us a commanding 3-1 lead. It took us into extra time, which, barring any injuries, may well be very good for us in terms of the fact that it is still pre-season. We are still trying to fine-tune our team and get everybody as ready for the season as humanly possible. I would like to make that change at centre-back if at all possible. In comes Dujun. And Basoli looks like he's given everything. They're saying for me to bring on a centre-back to play it up top, which we will not do. Basoli will just see the game out. Massive 9.1 rating for him. Very fantastic. 2 great goals as well. Took them very nicely. As you can see, team working very well. We go into the dressing room. Say very happy with that one, boys. Well done. And we continue. As I mentioned, we qualify in the AFC Champions League East playoff. I assume that means there's a West playoff. There is. What about the group stage? Does that mean we are into the group stage? It does. Okay, guys, we are into the group stage with a team from Thailand, Korea, and Japan. I don't know what to make of this. We're in. Happy days, I guess. The playoff sees us go through. Well done to Basoli for his brace. Lovely stuff. Shanghai are enjoying life with me as a manager, as you love to see. We're into the group stage. There it is. That is the confirmation. Buriram United, Bujam Ipark, and Kawasaki Frontal from the J-League. Okay, we go through then. Okay, so as I said, this is come at a really irritating time. It is pre-season. What I'm going to do, guys, I am going to play a decent amount of this until I bring you guys back. I'm going to bring you back for the Evergrande game, so you can kind of see how we are, see how we started the season. If that's actually no, let's bring you back for the game against Beijing, because then we would have played a decent amount of the AFC Champions League group. You could be able to see if we go through, and then we can kind of look forward from there. But that is where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. We have qualified for the AFC Champions League group stage, which is fantastic considering we had to play the game to get there. That is fantastic. That is where I'm going to leave it. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you are new around here for this journey over in China. And until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you on another one very, very soon.